Never misguided, instead remaining correct. I feel I buried all of my competition in sets. The only reason I'm addressing them's to pay my respects.
Alright, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to TGTV. So it is the end of the season, time to see how things panned out. Obviously we didn't make the playoffs, and actually we barely missed it. Look at that, we were the 9th seed. We could have made the playoffs. That's almost actually kind of frustrating because if I hadn't put in all those extra measures to try to lose, we may have made the playoffs. But right now it's not as much about making the playoffs, it's about making this team better, and we wouldn't have won a championship with this team, I can tell you that much. But absolutely was I not deserving of the Executive of the Year award. And look at these injuries, that's crazy. Damian Lillard, All-NBA first team, that's what we like to see. And doesn't look like anything else for our team, I don't think. But I'm fine. Is Ubra on there? No, nothing for Ubra, unfortunately. And we will end up simming through the playoffs. This is not our normal thing right here. But I'm going to guess the Cavs come away with it. And no, it looks like it'll be the Spurs. And oh my god, why are players complaining about minutes when we're not even playing? Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous. And who will it be? It looks like it's going to be the Cavs who pull away with the victory, as I guessed, but it's stopping at 3-2 right now. And it will be the Cleveland Cavaliers with the NBA championship. Wow. So we'll move on to the offseason. This is going to be my first time seeing the offseason in 2K16. Kind of excited to see it. Mason Plumlee is bringing down the team. Might accomplish. I guess we'll have to see what we need to do. I don't want to get rid of Mason Plumlee. I'll probably have a talk with him and try to get him in a better situation because he's not happy about his minutes, and you know, that's on me. We got to find a way to figure that out better. But oh my god, we have a lot of money to spend here. We have definitely a lot of money to spend. Actually, we want to keep free agent interest up. So I like that. Definitely staff and player, keep all that as high as possible. But a lot of really big retirements in the NBA right here. This is crazy. Isn't Nash should already be retired? I'm not sure why he wasn't in this game. But staff retirements, nobody for us, fortunately. All right, guys, it is time for the NBA lottery. Who else is excited? I am, as we will have the very last. We have a lottery pick, but not what we want, and the Trailblazers will end up with the 14th pick. Not what we like to see right here, but you know what? That's okay. I think we can do something with that 14th pick, maybe trade up for it, and the Celtics are all over the board right now. Look at that. The Suns coming in at 11th. The Suns pick was that one that we were going to trade for. Or, I'm sorry, excuse me, actually. I never showed you guys that. I was, like, recording an episode trying to get the Suns pick for a while, and each of these picks were the ones I was going for. I was never going for that Spurs pick, I don't think. I was at one point for that Hornets, but the Suns were the team that looked like they might be the worst in the NBA. Actually, excuse me, the Nets were, and then the Suns, but it looks like the Nets might come out with the #1 pick in this draft. As the Wizards at 3, the Jazz at 2, and it will be the Brooklyn Nets pick that ended up going to the Celtics that will come out at #1. So there is your draft lottery, folks. All right, time to do some staff signing, and that is how we will end the episode. So we've got a CFO in here. We've got an assistant GM in here. It's these three that we need to replace. And why is Kyle Lowry our trainer? Look at that. That is Kyle Lowry, 100%. That's him. I couldn't tell you why that's him, but what in the what? Are you serious? We could bring in Steve Kerr as a head coach. We could bring in Brad Stevens, Doc Rivers. What is up with all these amazing choices? I want to bring in Steve Kerr. I'm willing to spend as much money as we need to bring Steve Kerr in here. Ask opinion on roster. Let's see. Roster seems fine. We could use some more good players. Obviously, I agree with that. Loyalty to team. Potentially be a very successful relationship. Okay, Steve. I like the way you think, definitely. Team style of play. So, not his style of play, but he's willing to make it work. Okay. It sounds to me like Steve Kerr is not like loving this job, but he's willing to take on the challenge. And a 4-year deal. I'm willing to bring in Steve Kerr for 4 years. Deserve an annual salary of $5.15 million. I say we pay the man. And that's a lot of money, but well, okay. I give him exactly what he wants, and he says he's gonna need time to think about it. So let's move on to head scout. This is, I think, a little bit less important, but we can bring in like a guy who doesn't have necessarily great potential, who just happens to be Cuba Gooding Jr. over here. This is Cuba Gooding Sr., I guess. Oh, I didn't mean to advance right there, actually. Pending offers. Uh-oh. Anyway, never mind. I thought I had messed something up. But we will look at assistant coach now. And is there any good assistant? David Blatt is now an assistant coach. Could be an assistant coach. We don't want to necessarily bring in David Blatt because he's going to be asking for a lot, man. He's going to be asking for a lot. What about Logan Schmidt? I'm not sure if he's going to be willing to run as an assistant coach, but if we can get him for a relatively low amount of money, then we could definitely make this work. 2-year deal. I can offer him a 2-year deal. Let's offer him $825,000. We'll see what he says to that. We'll try to keep it a fair offer right there. And a head scout, anybody who's at like an A-, B+ range, Nathan Brady could be our guy. I think he looks like he knows what he's doing here. 900 and whatever thousand for the last guy, and a 4-year deal. I'm okay with not having to re-sign these guys every year, but let's offer him $206K, and we'll see what he says to that. Hopefully Steve Kerr agrees to the offer. I'll offer another head coach something. Let's wait. Let's advance and see what happens, and hopefully. And Steve Kerr has rejected the offer. Uh-oh. It's time to go after a different head coach. I guess I should have sent in more offers than to just Steve Kerr. But we've got some other options out here. Not necessarily the best options. I like this guy, William Goodrich. He seems to have his act together right now. 2 B+ and a B potential. Give this man what he wants. He could definitely be the guy for this job. He thinks it's his calling. Okay. And it seems like... Oh, doesn't like the team's state right now. And it doesn't sound like he likes the team's style, but we'll see if he's willing to agree to a deal right here. Hopefully he is. 3.5. Let's give him what he wants, because I want this guy on the job. My goal is to get this guy here. We'll also offer... who else looks like they're willing? Logan Schmidt, who we are looking at as a possible assistant coach. Shoot, we'll have to see. We'll offer him $3.7 million though. And now we gotta see what people are saying about our offers. And we will bring in... Uh-oh, here we go. Both have accepted the offer. I say we bring in Schmidt. I say we sign him. And I say we advance. And we decline the offer for Goodrich. And we continue. Now at assistant coach, Goodrich is still here. We'll see if we can still sign Goodrich at maybe an assistant coaching job. Because I think Schmidt's got that unbelievable potential. And I think that we want to get a good coach for this team's future. And let's begin the negotiation. Nothing to talk about here. We already know this guy. And 1.02 million, definitely something we can manage. He might be a little bit salty that we kind of cut him off there, but I guess we'll see what they say here as we advance to the next week. And Goodrich is mulling it over. Head scout Brady will bring in and, sign. Nelson, we're going to decline and pray that Goodrich accepts the offer. And he will, and we will bring him in. And I think our coaching now has reached a very good point. I think we have some great coaching on this team right now. So guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe.